You've built something real and now you want it to run in a way that feels more intentional and more you. I see you. This is the Daily Brew, 5 minutes or so of grounded insight for a business that works with you, not against you. I'm Teresa Cleveland. Let's dig in. So, have you ever had one of those moments where something feels oddly familiar and then you realize, oh, I've been actually doing this all along? That happened to me this week. I was working on a title for a new workbook I'm creating. It's something that maps out the real behind the scenes systems that actually make a business work. And while I was wrestling with the title and the subtitle, and I landed on the one that hit me just right, I had this deja vu feeling for a minute, and then it hit me. Back before burnout got the best of me, I used to do a webinar called Behind the Scenes of a Profitable Online Business. And then it all made sense. I've been operating in and teaching a version of this philosophy for over a decade. But, back then there was still always this elusive thought that was running around the fringes of my mind that I couldn't quite put my finger on. And truth be told, I was working so much, I probably felt like I was just too busy to sit with it, and I sent it to Someday I'll. You know that place, right? Someday I'll get to this or that or the other. You know, that place where many of our best ideas go to wither and die. So back then, I was helping people build profitable businesses. And among other things, I taught these same foundational systems and even helped set them up. But the real heart of the work, the piece that I couldn't really see clearly at the time, was the need to help them understand that this is how to build businesses that supported them, not businesses they felt that they had to constantly hold together, sometimes with sheer willpower. Heck, I was right there beside them doing the same thing. This is what I know. The cost is too high. We talked about burnout on a surface level back then, even joked about it at times, and we promised we'd do something about it right after this next launch or a certain threshold. And then once again, off to Someday I'll it sailed. And we forgot all about it until some of us slammed right into it and slid into the abyss. Profitability is just the surface level conversation, and that's the one that we hear the most about. What are your numbers? How much are you making? What's your ROI? And it's not that those numbers aren't important, but it's not the full picture. The systems that matter most really aren't the shiny ones or the public facing ones. They're the behind the scenes pieces that let you breathe. They help your business feel lighter, and it makes everything more manageable. The ones that support you for a change. And I haven't reinvented myself. I've just refined my message. And honestly, that feels like the most sustainable kind of growth there is. So if you're feeling like you're reinventing yourself or your business or your approach, maybe you're not. Maybe you're just refining what you've always been doing. So here's my thing for you today. I want you to think back over time in your business. Is there something that keeps naturally percolating just underneath the surface? Maybe it's a service or a pattern, a philosophy, or even a strength that you have that your clients rely on. Write down the first thing that comes to mind. Keep it where you can see it and just let it do its own thing and see where it goes. Clarity isn't always something new. Sometimes it's just the things that are finally rising to the top and being acknowledged. That's it for today. If this hits home, follow the show and share it with someone else who might need it today. I'll meet you back here next time.
This podcast is part of the Sound Advice FM network. Sound Advice FM, women's voices amplified.